Welcome back to the Grambling State Dynasty, guys. This week, our undefeated #1 ranked Tigers are back home and are linking up with the Ole Miss Rebels in this SEC battle. First quarter action, Triplet drops back. It hits Johnson on the slant. He fights ahead for 9 yards. Then the quarterback goes back to the air, hits Rogers over the middle. He turns upfield and picks up 16. Then the junior QB shows off his running ability, sneaking out left, shedding the tackle and picking up the first down. Later in the drive, Wade finds a hole on the left and powers his way to 12 yards. A few plays later, Triplet with the play action, and he throws a rocket to Rogers, and he gets stood up at the goal line. Next play, Triplet drops back, but here comes the blitz, and Jason West gets the sack. 2 plays later, Triplet goes back to the air, moves around the pocket, and then drops a dime to Johnson in the end zone. Ole Miss strikes first, 7-0. Tigers take over. JT takes the handoff left, sheds a tackle, and picks up 7 yards. Then King drops back and hits Antonio Walker on the slant for 13 yards. Next play, Thomas finds a huge lane up the middle. He takes a big hit, but after picking up 9 yards. 2 plays later, JT gets it again, finds a lot of running room, and shows off his strength by picking up 11. The offense continues to roll. King hits Edwards on the outside. He tries to spin and picks up 14. 2 plays later, Thomas hits the hole up the middle, finds some room, and spins and gains 12. Next play, King drops back and hits Smith behind the secondary. Touchdown, Grambling! We're knotted up at 7. But Ole Miss would come out running. Wade takes the sweep right, gets the edge, and look at the downfield blocking. He sheds 2 tackles and is finally pushed out after picking up 33. But Triplet would get too greedy. He tries to test Rayshawn Baker. Not a good idea. The junior gets the interception. Great play by the shutdown corner. And GSU looks to capitalize. King drops back and hits Bradford wide open, and the big tight end picks up 21, and it would lead to a GSU field goal. After Rebels 3 and out, King comes out throwing, hitting Walker on the outside, and he picks up 14. Then JT takes the handoff up the gut and weaves through traffic, gaining 10. 2 plays later, Chris goes back to the air, and look at this throw to Paxson over the middle, and he picks up 19. Later, JT gets the rock again, finds some space, and powers his way to the first down. Then on 3rd and long, King hits Bradford on the outside, and he fights ahead but falls short of the first down. But Coach Fobb wants to go for it. King drops back and hits Edwards in the end zone. Touchdown, Grambling! Tigers lead 17-7. Ole Miss takes over. Triplet with the play action. He sneaks out right, fakes out west, and has tons of running room. He jukes out Bennett, bounces off of 2 others, and slides down after a huge gain. Then Wade takes the handoff right, finds some room, runs over a defender, and picks up the first. A few plays later, Triplet drops back, then decides to take off. He finds some room, but gets stopped short of the first. Ole Miss set up to go for it, but Christopher Warden lays out Park in the backfield. Turnover on downs. What a play. Tigers take over. King drops back and throws a dart to Bradford across the middle, and he picks up 13. Then King goes back to the air, and he loads up to go deep to Edwards, but gets picked off by Mackey. Great play by the corner. And the Rebels look to capitalize. Triplet with the play action. He sneaks out right. Stiff arms West, breaks 2 more tackles, and is pushed out after picking up 18 yards. A few plays later, Triplet goes back to the air and finds Johnson wide open behind the defense for a gain of 36. Nice pitch and catch. 3 plays later, Triplet with the deep drop, throws it to the outside to Parks, but Kent Johnson makes the touchdown saving tackle. Rebels settle for 3. GSU set up to go 2-minute drill. King drops back and connects with Walker. The corner misses, and he's off to the races. The wideout is finally pushed out after a huge gain. A few plays later, King goes back to the air and hooks up with Walker on the slant, and the freshman picks up 16. Then before the half, JT would punch it in from a few yards out. Touchdown, Grambling! Tigers lead 24-10. Then before the half, Ole Miss would be forced to punt, but it's a fake. The punter throws it short, and it falls incomplete. Tigers take over. There's 14 seconds left in the half. King drops back, and he's going deep. And look at this one-handed grab by Sean Edwards. He is unreal. Then with seconds left in the half, King from the gun throws a dart to Paxson in the end zone. Touchdown, Grambling! The lead is up to 21. And we would go into the half with the Tigers up 31-10. The Tigers continue their hot streak on offense, and the defense is looking strong. Time to keep the pedal to the floor. Second half kickoff, and Rogers is back deep, and he's bringing it out. He starts up the seam, gets two huge blocks, and he springs them. Rogers turns the corner, and he is gone. Eric Rogers goes 102 yards to the house. Touchdown, Grambling. But Ole Miss looks to answer. Triplet hits Wade on the screen, and he has blockers set up downfield. He shoves off Baker and keeps fighting, gets out to midfield. Then on third and short, Triplet drops back, tries to roll out right, but West and the crew are there to get the sack. Rebels forced to punt. Tigers take over. King drops back and swings it out to Bradford, and he runs over a Rebel to get the first. Then King goes back to the air, linking up with Bradford again over the middle for 23 big yards. A few plays later, Thomas hits the hole up the middle, makes a cut, and picks up another first down. Later in the drive, King continues his hot hand, hitting easily over the middle. He cuts it outside and picks up 17. Then JT caps off the drive with this end zone visit. Touchdown, Grambling! Tigers up big, 45-10. But the Rebels are still fighting. Wade sheds a tackle and bowls his way to 10 more yards. 2 plays later, Triplet drops back. He tries to sneak out, but Torian Ray is able to trip him up for the sack. Fast forward to later in the third, Triplet goes to the air, tries to hit his check down, but gets picked off by Brent Stovall, and he is gone. Touchdown, Grambling! And that would do it. GSU goes on to roll big, 59-24. Chris King had a big day through the air, 347 yards, 4 touchdowns, but he did throw 3 interceptions. On the ground, Thomas finished with 124 yards and 2 scores. Out wide, Sean Edwards caught 9 balls for 112 yards and 2 touchdowns. And on defense, Jason West finished the game with 12 tackles and 2 sacks. A big shout out to the secondary. Baker and Stovall both had interceptions. Great win again for our Tigers. Now it's time to get ready for our rivalry game with Southern University. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're brand new. And don't forget to hit those links down in my description. And follow your boy on Twitter, IG, and Facebook at Big C Gat Game. Coming up in the Tigers Den podcast, we'll look at the recruiting board and get ready for the Jaguars. Have a great day, guys. 2 fingers in the air. Peace.